Hello, everyone. My name is Kyle, aka Racing Boy Short. We have the Daytona 500 in 2 weeks. We have the Clash this weekend at a very historic venue, Bowman Gray Stadium. So I thought it might be fitting to talk about one of the most historic teams, the Wood Brothers. Wood Brothers Racing over the last couple years has become very close with Team Penske. Some would say that it's a fourth Penske car, and I wouldn't honestly argue that. And we've seen multiple drivers in the 21 over the last couple of years. Of course, we had Ryan Blaney have his rookie campaign in that number 21 car, got a victory at Pocono, got himself into the playoffs. We had Matthew DiBenedetto, who found some success in the 21, didn't end up getting any victories, but he did get himself a playoff spot and overall some good performances. Then we had Harrison Burton, who, in my opinion, I've said this multiple times on the channel, might have jumped to the Cup Series a little bit too quickly and really struggled in that number 21 car, but did get a victory last season in a fantastic moment at Daytona. But the Wood Brothers have decided to move on from Harrison Burton, and move on to another driver, and that driver being Josh Berry. I've talked about Josh Berry multiple times on the channel. I'm a huge fan of Josh Berry and everything he brings to the table. He's like an old-fashioned sort of racer with the way he races, with the way he talks, with the way his personality is. Really everything about him is just so old school. And I think that's possibly one of the reasons why Dale Jr. is such a big fan of Josh Berry. They've had a friendship for a very long time, and Dale Jr. is pretty much the only reason why Berry finally got an opportunity in NASCAR, because he has the talent to do it, and I really hope he has a great year in the number 21. Last year, the 21 car really struggled with Harrison Burton, had that one victory at Daytona, but if you take out that victory at Daytona, he only had one other top 10 the whole season. A very difficult year for the 21. And I think with the way Harrison Burton has performed in that car over the last couple of years, I think a lot of people forget that the 21 car is essentially a fourth Penske car. We saw it with Matty D. Like I said, Matty D had a lot of speed in that 21 car, came close to winning multiple races in that 21 car and actually made the playoffs. And then Ryan Blaney, like I said, in his rookie year, won at Pocono. So the 21 car for the Wood Brothers is a strong race car. And we saw Josh Berry at Stewart-Haas last year, especially in the second half of the season. There were times where I thought he might have been the best driver at Stewart-Haas Racing. And we saw what he was able to do at Junior Motorsports. He's a very fantastic short track racer as well. I think his expectations for this next year are probably fairly high. And I'd say his goal would probably be make the playoffs. So yeah, I'd say Josh Berry's goal, make the playoffs, win one or more races. I think that's a good goal to have, because I think the 21 car is a slight step up from the 4 car that he was in last year. And he's also going to be working with some world-class drivers. And that's nothing against the Stewart-Haas drivers, but all the Stewart-Haas drivers were fairly young, inexperienced, not winning a lot of races. The most experienced driver was Chase Briscoe. But now you go to a team like Penske. Of course, you have Austin Cindric, who doesn't have a bunch of experience, but Blaney's won a bunch of races. He's won a championship. Joey Logano, one of the most winningest drivers in NASCAR and a 3-time Cup Series champion. And the crew chiefs they have over there as well. A lot of knowledge over at Penske. So I'd say his goal is to make the playoffs and win a race. I said at the beginning of the video, the Wood Brothers are one of the most historic teams in NASCAR, and seeing the 21 car in victory lane and having success is great for the sport. It's amazing for the sport. You want to see the 21, the 3, and the 43 have success in the sport. It's been unfortunate to not see any 3 of those cars really have any success over these last couple of years. Well, thanks for watching. Check out my other team preview videos right here on my channel. Also, check out my live shows. I go live every Monday with the Hit the Pacecar podcast with a couple of my buddies, and we just kind of have some fun talking about different NASCAR topics, try to be as interactive with the chat as we possibly can. Might have to wait in between topics if we're in the middle of a conversation, but it's a lot of fun. We had the first episode last week, and that came out great. And then also on Sunday, every Sunday, we'll have the Car on the Hauler post-race show after the race, starting with Bowman Gray. That will be a lot of fun. And then starting the week of the Daytona 500 on Thursday, right before the duels, I will be going live with Weekly Rundown Live, where I'll be going over a couple of news topics. It'll be a solo mission on that one, and I'll be talking with the chat, prepping, previewing the Daytona 500. But I appreciate anybody who watched. Subscribe, like, comment down below. Give me your thoughts on this race team and how they may perform in 2025. But that'll do it for me. Thanks for watching. My name is Kyle, aka Racing Boy Short, saying peace.